You're having some microphone problems there, friend.
Obviously. So, I like my lightning bolts. They're the Japanese revised foreign black borders.
I'm jealous, I gotta say.
Yeah, I spent 20 bucks a pop on this.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saving up for some betas myself.
You see, I just came to the realization, why would I'm not trying to like diss you for one betas. It's like I just don't see myself spending 80 bucks for them.
Oh, they're more than 80 bucks, but I totally see. I totally agree.
Especially when I just like buy get a lightning bolt for $1.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They've been reprinted so many times. They're such a staple of the format. If you're seeing red on the table, then you're likely to see lightning bolt in the game.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think what deck. Oh yeah, the only deck that plays red that doesn't play lightning bolt is like the red-white prison deck.
Well, that's not a real deck. But it plays lightning helix. It's close enough.
Got the lightning bolt.
Good old lightning bolt and healing salve mashed into one card.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Like, that's where the red and white comes from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this Connor Sloan's first time commentating?
It might be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is Connor's commentating virginity coming off here.
Oh no! Please don't say that. I don't like being in a small room with Robert talking about my virginity.
What? I'm so confused. All right.
So this is definitely not Devoted Elves versus Grixis Death Shadow.
It's not.
Mm-mm. This is not Connor Burlow and Victor Kurz. This
come
is
on.
definitely
Matt definitely looks like Victor Kurz.
We got Matt Minniear back on camera again for the second time today on Scapeshift, and Patrick Narsavage
on
some form of burn.
Yep, sounds about right. I'm pretty sure it's just red. It says burn. You can just write burn. It's all very. They all play very similar.
Mm-hmm. Just little variants here and there. Some like the green, some like the white. Personally, I'm a fan of the green white without. Sorry, the red white without the green. Zach is the same way.
Yeah. I knew you were on Mardu Burn for a while.
I did do some experimenting with Mardu Burn. I like Bumping the Night. Bumping the Night was a sweet card. Stole some matches. Nothing like 6 mana for 3 damage.
Yeah.
In the very late game.
Especially when you get flooded.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we're off to a good start here. We got the fast land into the Goblin Guide.
Yeah, painless mana based by the burn
Looking
player.
at a Summoner's Pact.
Yep,
right
seems
off the
good.
top. Yeah, we got
kind of a slow start here by Matt here.
Mm-hmm. The tap land, but he does have the consistent turn 6 prime time, so he just has to get there or wait until he gets through the breach.
I mean, there's a prime. I don't think Matt's playing any through the breaches.
Really?
Yeah, because most of the through the breach lists are to die down because it's a 2-card combo, and a lot of 2-card combos in Modern are pretty bad right here.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but it looks like he's got 2 prime times in his hand.
Yeah,
effectively.
Yep. And Eidolon putting a lot of work right here.
Eidolon on turn 2 against this deck is the only Eidolon. You get it too late in the game, then you just have
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. But right now is the critical mass for Eidolon. You're gonna get all those 2 drops coming into the ramp. You got your Steves and your Farseeks. They're all gonna trigger that, and they're gonna. And he's already at 12. Look at that. We're going into the top of turn 3. Top of turn 4 maybe. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, this is Patrick's turn 3.
Patrick's turn 3, and
he was on the play, right?
I believe so. We've already dealt 8 damage to Matt.
Yeah, I don't think Matt's winning this game from how it stands because he's taking 4 right here with the trigger.
Just looking at the game where we are, it doesn't
going to
look
8.
Like, oh, that stomping ground definitely goes into play, not his hand.
No, it goes in his hand.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You know how Goblin Guide works.
I do. I'm sorry. I've lost my mind.
What is this?
I'm playing Mattery Shapers tonight, man. I don't know how it's going.
Okay, so Matt's going to go to 6 here. Play a land, trigger, go to 7.
Course of Kruvix is a wonderful tech against burn.
Top card revealed, Matt.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, so Matt's actually at 6 because its top card still technically revealed.
Yeah, he played a land.
You're at 4. No, you're at 6. I'll still gain the land.
No.
Yeah, the trigger's on the stack. But okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So Matt should be at 3.
I go to 16.
Courser's a wonderful card against burn, but I think at this point in the game it might be too late. You're going to be gaining life and creating that card advantage.
Yeah, and lethal.
There it is.
Yep, pretty quick game. I think if...
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think there was a way for Matt to get out of that. He had lethal no matter how he blocked.
Yep.
He would have to you know, fetch lands are all his only way out of that with the life game. But I don't.
Nah, kinda.
He's gonna be netting 0 off of that. You're right.
Yeah, like it's just like net zero, net neutral.
So we're on track to have the coin flip decide this game.
Yeah.
We had Patrick on the play, and he got game 1.
Yeah, the sideboard game is very tricky.
Sideboard's pretty weird. I can't think of any special burn tech for Scapeshift off the top of my head.
Actually, Patrick's borrowing a card from me today.
Yeah, what card's that?
Runed Halo.
Runed Halo. That's a good card.
Runed Halo, named Valakut.
That's real good against Scapeshift. You get, oh boy, let's hope he sees it. He doesn't have any ways to dig or go look for it.
No, also mine Runed Halo is in Russian. That's how I didn't even mean to get it in Russian. That's just how I bought it.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
And so I got my inspiring bandages and my burn deck are all in German just because that's what they had here.
Really?
I love it.
So funny thing is, I'm trying to German out my Abzan deck. Gaiden Goyfs is going to be a bitch.
Gonna get those foil German future sight glyphs?
No, I don't play foils.
You gonna get those German future sight glyphs?
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
So I actually found a playset for sale from Europe for 500. I was like, if I had the money, I would.
A whole playset for 500?
Yeah.
That seems pretty
Shipped
good.
from Europe.
That seems pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
even though they've come down a little bit.
Yeah, the main reason I want German is because Huntmaster's like Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Even though Jun's like not that great right now, I just want Jägermeister.
Yeah, that would make sense. You gotta get the Jägermeister of the Fells.
Yeah. It's not exactly Jägermeister. It's just close enough to be nicknamed that. And
my favorite German card has always been Nephrox, Overlord of Grixis. It's Nephrox Uberkommandant von Grixis.
I like the German Dark Confidant also.
What is it?
I forget it, but it's funny.
It's some German words, isn't it?
Yeah, no, like
Aetherios is a good one too.
Oh, what is it?
It's something Uberfart. That's what that's what passage is.
Yeah, I know the Wormcoil is a great German name. It's like
Worm Spiral Machine.
Yeah, Worm Spiral Machine.
That's good stuff. I love that card.
I kind of want a German one just because of that.
You got to get the playset of the pre-release Worm Spiral Machines.
Yeah,
I love those pre-releases.
Out of the board here for Matt, I think it's like Bailoff and maybe a Thragtusk.
Yeah, he definitely runs a couple Bailouts. I'm not sure about the number of Thragtusks, but if he runs them, they're definitely coming in here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, if he runs any, it would be coming in. We don't know if he does. I just know anyone who plays Thragtusk just needs like the altered Swag Tusk with the swag hat and chain.
It's too hard to alter that because you gotta have somebody paint a hat.
Yeah, that's fair.
You could get a digital rendering, but that's hard to proxy. And then you can't play in a tournament.
Well, you see, you just get like a proxy as a card, and it's like every time you play Thragtusk, you just play that on top.
It's like a checklist card.
Yeah. You can't do that though, sadly.
Unfortunately. This is for you, Robert.
Root Halo!
Oh boy, yeah, we know what's going on here.
Yes!
It is. We got it. We got there. Patrick Narsavage wins the game, right?
Maybe. I don't think Matt's ready for this.
He's gonna read it and then look at his hand and then look at the Valakut and then read it again and then go okay.
Well, he actually won't be able to read Rune Halo.
He's gonna try and read it. He's gonna look at it. He won't know what's going on.
All right. Do it.
Doing it. Shocking in. Going to 18. We're at 18-18.
Rune Halo.
And when the burn player's at 18, that means he's winning. You know it. See? He's going to try and read it. And then he's going to...
I mean...
He gets there.
All right, so...
Waiting for the trigger to go off before he bolts it. Got to get maximum value out of that Goblin Guide swing.
Oh, yeah. So one thing I like about the Destructive Revelry in Patrick's hand, it kills the Courser.
It does kill the Courser, you're right. Enchantment creature. That's pretty good. It's going to stop his chief source of life gain, and he's run it out here, and he's not...
Well, assuming like...
Patrick doesn't have any green mana. We're going to have to...
He has a Wood of Foothills, so he has green mana.
Okay. And it looks like that's what he's going for right now.
Yep.
He's going to go grab his Stomping Ground and...
The one of, probably.
and pop that courser.
Yep, pop it off. Pop it like it's hot.
How do you suppose Matt gets out of this?
Assume, hope Patrick doesn't have anything fast. Because, like, he did have Rune Halo, which is, like, not a burn spell.
Yeah, he's back. He's down a turn.
And Patrick did just spent 2 mana for 2 damage.
Right, right.
So, I mean, yeah, he took out the courser. But, like...
He's playing a little bit of a slower game here, but it looks like he's got it. Like, he can afford to be slow with that Rune Halo on the main win condition of Scapeshift. 14.
All right, okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. So here we've got real nice, what is that, a 4/4? So we've got 5 or 6 turn clock here.
All right,
from Matt.
wow. Okay, this is actually rampant matter here.
Oh, he's played a Path Exile.
Yeah,
He's still got that value, though, that 4 life. That's going to be it unless he starts top decking some hot fire here on Patrick's side.
Oh, yeah, like, if I was Patrick, I would have waited the Pather.
Right, right.
Because... this way, if Matt draws untapped source, he can primetime just start being down for primetime.
Right, right. Yeah, you're gonna. Those paths are much better served against the primetime, and I'm sure Patrick knows that.
Yeah.
But he really that was a clock, and unless Patrick has a way to deal with that clock in his hand, then he's gonna lose the game. It was a 4-turn clock coming at him. And
I see multiple primetimes in Matt's hand.
Yeah, we saw him take one earlier off of a Goblin Guide.
Yeah.
Or after a Goblin Guide hit.
Yep. So I think he just casts Search Tomorrow and just passes and start chaining primetimes.
Yeah, that's got to be the way to do it. You just got to get in for 6 over and over.
Yeah, and like he just want to like search every land out of his deck out, basically.
Yeah, he wants to thin his deck out and start drawing big dudes to hit with.
And he might have drew an out to this Rune Halo as well. He might have put one in.
I'm not sure what he brings in the way of enchantment removal. All I can imagine is Naturalize or Nature's Claim.
Maybe he randomly brought in his Rex Sage. I don't know.
He may play a Rex Sage in the main board. I played him earlier, and I believe I recall a Rex Sage in the main board.
He might have taken that out.
That's possible. I highly doubt that he was expecting that Rune Halo play.
Yeah, Rune Halo is pretty sweet.
It is. I'm a bigger fan of an aggressive sideboard.
Yeah.
With Burn, I don't play Ensnaring Bridge or anything that a lot of people have been doing these days.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a big fan of the whole like controlling route with the hateful sideboard cards from Burn, like the Stony Silence, the Rune Halo, the Rip, the Bridge.
It's definitely a good game plan considering all the decks that are running around in the format right now. I'm just personally a bigger fan of the Paths and Deflecting Palms and Molten Rains for the Tron matchup.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you don't really need a lot of help for the Tron matchup for Burn.
Yeah, it sets them back one turn. It buys you a turn, does a little bit of damage. If you resolve a Molten Rain against Tron as Burn, you've probably won the game at that point because you're already going much faster than them.
So Patrick does have 10 points of Burn in hand.
Yeah. But Matt is sitting pretty at 18.
So going down to 11.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some end step burn spells going on. He plays a fetch land. Let's see if he can get that sweet Searing Blaze off. I'm sure he took Searing Blazes out, of course.
Yeah, Searing Blaze is awkward.
It is. You can get it off on Scapeshift with Steves, regardless of whether they sacrifice, but it's not a good game plan to try and do that because the card's really good, but you're not really getting maximum value out of it with Steve. You're basically just paying 2 mana for 3 damage instead of paying 2 mana for 3 damage and removal because that creature's going away no matter what you do.
Oh, I agree, definitely. Because, like, there's non-zero amount of times that the Tight Shift players or Scapeshift players, like, win with Steve, but it's not against Burn.
It's definitely not against Burn.
Maybe, like, Control decks? I don't know.
Yeah. I could see Control decks being it. Because you can just get in for 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 until you can get
Matt's hacking here. For what? Courser. Okay.
For Courser. That's really interesting.
So
it's a good blocker. And it's going to get in for 2 every turn. It's going to give him a little bit of life. Yeah. I'm with Patrick. I wouldn't expect that. But
no, I expected the primetime coming out.
I expected a primetime this turn.
That's for a faster clock.
Absolutely. It looks like it would be a 3-turn clock here just by itself. And
yeah, like then the cousin.
Yeah, and he could have gotten a second one off of that pact.
So I think what Matt wants to do is cast Scapeshift.
Why do you say that?
So he gains like 6 life.
Okay.
That's the only reason I can think of.
Yeah, gain. Yeah, he's never in Scapeshift
Yep.
range. But that courser presents a very real clock that you're gonna have to spend at least 2 burn spells from Patrick's deck to get rid of it.
Yep.
And as long as it's alive, it's gonna be actively going against what Patrick wants. And it's gonna be blocking creatures, gonna be getting in for damage. It looks like Matt might have it with this courser unless Patrick has an answer.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, Matt does have to pay 4 mana next turn for the Pact. Unless he just wants to lose.
It looks like Patrick has no cards in hand. Is that correct?
Patrick has no cards in hand.
Yeah,
Is out
Patrick's
of burn.
on the tops, so he needs to draw 0 lands for the entire rest of the game to even have a chance here.
I mean, he can just draw Run and Boar's Charm.
He could.
It's very possible.
The Boros Charm isn't going to get in there. It's going to put Matt down to 4, and then Matt's going to proceed to just gain life.
Assuming he hits the land drop, because like we know Matt's top card is
There it is. There's the Boros Charm right off the top of the deck. He's
Alright,
gonna
so-
obviously wait and do it at a time that makes more sense, like an end step.
yeah, and this is not a land. Okay,
Yeah,
there's a chance.
if that Obstinate Bailiff resolves, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Matt's got this game. And all the time that I've played Burn, it's hard to win through even one of those.
Oh yeah, easily. Like if Matt didn't have 1 right here, he would be at 4.
Yeah, oftentimes if you're sitting down at a table
Alright.
playing Burn, and your opponent gains 4 or 5 life in a turn or resolves a Collective Brutality, which is effectively going to prevent 9 damage or something over the course of its life, you've probably won the game.
Yeah, I think
if you resolve one of those
Matt's
against Burn.
Matt's at 1 right here, but he's about to gain 4.
Yeah, he's going to get there.
Or
I'm at 17. Currently 17.
because like eventually Matt can either Scapeshift right here to gain 6 life,
Right.
and just put him out of range.
Yeah, definitely. Does he have Scapeshift in his hand?
Yes, he does.
Well, he's got the Bailoff.
But I do also
There's
like the
4, he's gonna
Bailoff
go up to
here,
5.
just like a better clock.
Bailiff is definitely a better clock. Yeah. So we're going down to 15. We've got a 3-turn clock represented as of next turn, unless Patrick brings in a path off the top of the deck, which we got a. Oh yeah, you've got a hard catch the Rift Balls.
Yep.
It's turn 6 or 7 or whatever. He's got it. There's no reason to suspend that.
Yep. Like Patrick's just like living on top. Okay. Yep.
Oh boy. So we got up to 3.
Yep. And now like Matt can just like start scape shifting for life. As weird as that is.
he's gonna draw a card off of this Explorer that he's resolving.
Yep.
And then he's gonna Scape Shift.
Land. Scape shift for. Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7 life.
Yeah, 7 life. Go to 9.
He didn't float red mana in response, man.
He doesn't have a lightning bolt in hand, so it really doesn't matter.
You gotta fake it. It's all about faking that lightning bolt.
Yeah, but you're gonna go to 10. I'm dead in 2 attacks.
Yeah.
And there's Patrick scooping it
Yeah.
up.
He saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, he saw the clock. Two
Yeah.
turns.
Root Halo did a lot of work there. I feel like it really slowed Matt down.
Oh yeah, Matt had to go on a completely different game plan. He had to play a decidedly fair game of Magic, which is not what he wants to do.
We don't need a clock. We're not in that round. Rob, if Root Halo was a actual burn spell, would have won that game.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not wrong.
that's what it really comes down to. The philosophy of do you want an aggressive sideboard or a controlling / stack / hate bears type sideboard, like the one that Zach plays.
Yeah.
He plays, ensnaring bridges and stony silences, and I'm not sure what the rest, but those are the big ones. The trade-off for doing that is you're going to be a turn slower for every one of those that you draw.
All right, that's fair.
And sometimes that matters. Like, that Rune Halo definitely slowed Matt down, but if it was a burn spell, like he said, he had it. He just needed that one extra lightning bolt or skull crack or
Oh, yeah,
Boros
yeah,
Charm or
yeah,
Helix
totally
or
fair.
whatever.
I mean,
That 2 mana could have actually won him the game.
yeah, he probably just took out like the 4 Steering Blazes though. So
Certainly. And 4 Searing Blazes, like, that's easy. When you start sideboarding as Burn against Scapeshift, those are the first 4 things you come out. You don't even look at your sideboard until you pull those out of your deck.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you have to make up those spaces, like a Searing Blaze would not have won Patrick the game. If that Rune Halo was a Searing Blaze instead of a Rune Halo, the game would have ended in the same way. I'm
yeah, I
sure
think
actually
so.
Matt would have won before that if that wasn't a Rune Halo. So it really depends on what the rest of his sideboarding decisions were.
Oh, yeah.
Regarding
Like-
those 4 slots.
I don't know. So we can see.
That's true. Like, I don't think there's anything else in this matchup that
And yeah, surgical. I mean, that's fair.
Surgical extraction of Valakut is great. That's one of my biggest techs against this deck when I'm playing any version of Tron. I find myself searching for ghost quarters if I have surgicals in my hand.
Oh yeah.
That's the game. You got to make them clock you because your clock is better than theirs. It's Tron.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. Like I know when I was on Grixis Control or like those weird decks, my plan against the Valakut and Tron matchup was to hope they stumbled so I could full image surgical them.
Absolutely.
It was not the best game plan if I'm being honest.
It's not, but sometimes that's just what you got to do.
Yep.
I found myself earlier today playing in a Tron mirror match. I had very few lands. I was trying to kill the guy with a walking ballista on 1, just pinging him every turn.
All right, how did that work out?
It didn't work out at all. he drew an Ugin and then he just killed my guys. I obviously did damage to him in response, but then I no longer had a swinger. And then he ulted Ugin, and that was it. That was the game. Ugin is a wonderful clock.
Oh yeah, I like it. So as much as I despise playing against Ugin, Yep.
Yeah, we're just playing it out so they need a feature match.
Yeah, Patrick was saying why we brought in, why the Rune Halo tech for this bird. We're just trying to get data for it, really.
Yeah. I think they're talking about the interaction of Ruined Halo and Gifts Ungiven.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool interaction.
It's really interesting because Gifts Ungiven actually targets your opponent.
Yeah.
And they have to choose. So if you can't target their opponent, if you would have, say, Ruined Halo on and you would name Gifts Ungiven, then Gifts Ungiven's a dead card.
I like Patrick's hand here. He has 3 lands.
I do, however, think that if you're ever in a position to play your Ruined Halo and name Gifts Ungiven, just name Grape Shot. What else are they going to be playing? When else are you going to name Gifts Ungiven?
Well, like, them not having access gifts makes it so they can still go off of Empty the Warrens.
Absolutely.
So that's why you name gifts. So like they just can't get that basically 4 cards since the graveyard is basically like an extension of the Storm player's hand most of the time.
That's a good point. And
so,
against Burn, that big wide field of goblins, that can probably close out the game. Burn doesn't really have a way to answer that.
Yeah, so that's simply why you just name Gifts Ungiven with Ruined Halo.
Yep. And it gets there. It does the job.
Like I have time lock at the start of your. I have a really good mulligan to 6. Like honestly, it's.
He has really good mulligans to 6.
I don't know. I just don't like mulliganing. I'm weird.
I don't like mulliganing to less than 6 because I feel like the more you mulligan, the greater the dilution of the cards you're gonna get. So because at that point you've got more cards in your deck, so you're anti-deck thinning by mulliganing.
Yep.
It's a strange phenomenon.
Funny thing is, back when I was on Grixis Delver doing GP Charlotte days, like a year ago, I actually beat an Infect player when I mulled the 4. It felt great.
Interesting. I guess you just killed all of his Infect creatures.
He only had like 1. It was easy.
I guess the job done.
I was on the play. I played Delver. He played Infect creature. I was like, bolt it. He was like, yeah. Flip Delver.
Just tap, 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 tap. You didn't see another creature.
Then I eventually like cast a Gurnreg Angler. It was weird.
Yeah.
But like this match, pretty slow start from both players.
It appears we've got a fetch with no shock and a shock on Matt's part.
Yeah, and I see an Eidolon coming out.
Yeah, we've got an Eidolon out on turn 2.
And
that could spell
I think I
death
see
for
a
Matt.
double Eidolon.
Yeah. It's hard to tell those cards apart. They're all red.
All right.
Okay, so we've got a engineered explosives on 2. So I think Patrick's game plan in here is to just
not jam the second Eidolon.
Yeah, just swing until he pops that engineered explosive. He's already gotten 2 damage off the EE. So just
about expected. That's about average with Eidolon nowadays. 2 damage.
So he's gonna get 2 damage in right here because he can't pop it.
So
next turn, it's likely that Matt's gonna pop the explosives right now because he can't cast his Farseeks or any of his other ramp spells without popping out, or he's gonna wait until his opponent's end step to make his opponent take that damage off the Eidolon as well. So we've got 4 going into Matt and 2 going into Patrick off of this Boros Charm.
Yep.
Which is always a good trade for the burn player.
So Matt should be at 12.
He didn't do anything turn 1, and turn 2 he took 2.
Then took 2 from Eidolon.
And then he took 2 off of the Eidolon, and then 4. So he should be at
12.
14. He's only taken 6.
2 plus 2 plus 4.
He didn't shock in the stomping ground.
He took 2 damage off a EE being cast.
Oh, the swing off of the Eidolon. You're correct.
Yeah, Eidolon can actually swing, folks.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Who knew?
So yeah, we got Matt at 12, and Patrick should be at 17.
All right, now cast double Eidolon.
Patrick should be at 17 here.
I know. Yeah, I like this play a lot better.
Yeah, we've got the backup Eidolon through the EE. Matt popped the EE at Patrick's end step, as you do. So we've got what looks like an Explorer coming down. He's gonna
10. Yep, sounds about right.
going down to 10. Are we gonna? Okay, I was about to say, we're gonna update these life totals.
Eventually,
we got
he's
there.
working on it.
We got there. It's all good.
Yeah.
You got his second land for turn off of that Explorer. Or was that was his first land for turn? He hasn't played a second one yet.
Yep.
And he's
so
gonna
take 2.
Farseek. So he took 4 this turn total.
He's a 7.
He's quite low.
So you're getting, I'm assuming, all 4s.
It's hard to tell where this game is going to go at this point because Matt realistically could turn the corner here at any moment.
Yeah. I think like
He could stabilize at any time.
no, like Patrick has 1 burn spell in hand, so he just needs like rip another one off, and he.
Yeah, he needs to rip a Boros Charm here, and the game's over.
Really, 1 burn spell, and I can't play anything but Scapeshift.
Yeah, like.
Or if he's gonna get in with that Eidolon. So really, anything that's not a land wins Patrick the game right here. Let's see
Like,
what he gets. We got
Lava Spike. Yeah, that'll do
Lava
it, folks.
Spike. Looks like we got it. We got boom boom.
Yep. Cool.
That's
got
it. We got the handshake, and
All right,
that's the
guys.
match.
After you play the explosives.
All right, guys. We'll see you back here Tuesday with modern coverage. And see you guys later. Have a nice night.